What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Blitz City Podcast. And today, man, we got a very special guest. One who's been on the show before, except this time he's an actual member of the Jackson State Tigers, regardless to before, where, he was still considering and weighing out his options. All right. So without further ado, man, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dallas Daniels. Now, even though he can't hear y'all clapping, I know y'all excited to hear him. Hey, Daniels, man, what's going on, bro?
What's going on? I'm doing good.
Man, listen. Like I said, this is much appreciated. With the way you've been balling, we had to bring back if you ball, you get the call. We had to start
Yes,
off
sir.
with you. So all right, I want to ask you a hypothetical, so to speak. Because last time when you was on here, I don't even know if you remember last time. But, I gave you a couple hypotheticals. I just want to see where you at now. All right. So let's just say, right, you got a chance to get into the league, in an unorthodox way. A GM come up to you, he tell you, hey, Dallas, I'm going to give you 5 attempts to catch 3 passes, but you got to choose from one of these 3 corners to do it from. Jalen Ramsey, Jair Alexander, AJ Terrell, who you picking?
I was going at Ramsey like last time when I said last time I was on the show. I need all the competition. Get better, for sure.
Duh, I love it. All right, listen. Would you rather Moss a defender for a touchdown, or would you rather get a one-handed catch like your boy Shane for a touchdown?
That's hard. But I might have to go with my boy Shane one hand for a touchdown. Yeah, that was too hard.
Because it makes sports in the right pretty.
Yeah.
All right, now, as a receiver, man, what's your favorite route to run, if you can give away that information?
Favorite route? I'll probably say comeback. With the comeback route, that's my favorite route to run. So, yeah, that's my best route. Yep.
Now, do y'all have a nickname for that very deep group of receivers that y'all got at Jackson State?
For sure. Blur Nation. Nation, yeah. 3 R's.
Now help me understand what is Blur Nation, like what that means.
So Blur Nation is like, say we running a go route and then just like I did in the game and I caught it over dude's head, that's a blur. So every time somebody go deep in practice, we yelling Blur Nation. It's receiver room. We stamp.
Okay, I see everybody in the comments saying Blur. All right, so they know what it is. They know what's up. All right, now, I don't know if you told me your first time, but maybe people don't remember. Do you have a welcome to college football moment? And if so, what was it?
Yeah, I did. I'll probably say at my last school, I came across the middle. Linebacker got a good lick on me. So that was my welcome to college football hit. So after that, I was good.
Quarterback led you in the wrong direction.
Led me in the wrong direction.
All right. Now, if you can have any NIL deal with any company in the nation, like who would it be?
Ooh, I'd say probably Nike. Nike. Yeah, I say Nike.
I feel it. Yeah, that's drip right there.
Yeah. I got all the Nike Tech fits, so I need more of them. So that's why I say Nike. Yeah.
All right. Now, ever since you've announced your commitment to Jackson State, I've heard plenty of people try to say what type of receiver you are, right? Some people say he's a possession receiver. Other people feels like, he can be a deep threat kind of guy. Like I want to hear from your mouth, from you, the actual person. What type of receiver is Dallas Daniels?
Dallas is a very versatile wide receiver, so I can play inside or outside. I'm good at both, so like I just call myself versatile. I can do anything the coach want me to do. So anything he want me to do, I'm gonna do it any position from the Z to the H to the Y. So I think I'm very versatile and can be used in different ways.
Okay. And shout out to Veronica Hill. She says, "Hey Dallas, thanks for my pitching in Memphis."
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Now, how long after that Jackson State visit, when we talked the first time, did you decide, Jackson State might be the place for me?
Really, after I talked to Coach Prom, my one-on-one meeting at the end of my visit, and then like by the time I got to the airport, I had called him back up and told him I was gonna come and commit.
That quick?
Yeah.
So like, what was it? The atmosphere of the game?
Yeah, really. It brought me. I felt like I was home, like the culture and everybody was welcoming me, how the fans greeted me, and I wasn't even on the team yet, or like even like committed. So that's what really made me move forward and make the decision to come to Jackson State. And then the guys on the team, they showed me love when I was like in the locker room and stuff. So it just fell all together. So that's why I made the decision.
Now, when you got to Jackson State, how easy or challenging was the transition for you?
The transition at first, when I first got there, they threw me in the fire. So I really had to pick up things really quick because they was like I'm an older guy coming in, so they want me to learn the playbook faster and like get along fast so I can get on board and be able to play during the season. So when I really came in, I just dove like really deep into the playbook and just studied, kept working, and then like watched film, took reps with Shedeur during the summer when worked out and stuff. So we had built the chemistry, and that's what when I first got there. So the transition, it was really good for me, but like it didn't take me long to get transitioned in.
And for people who haven't played sports at the college level, like that's not an easy thing to do, to just immerse yourself in that playbook and get everything that you need to know down in a short amount of time. But I imagine you being an upperclassman and you like that kind of helped in a way. Am I correct in thinking that?
Yeah, it helped a lot because like from previous schools, like that's all they used to teach. Like you got to know your plays, get on the field. So like that's one of the key things I would tell up and coming players that's going to try to play college football. Like when you get there, you gotta get in the playbook. That's the easiest. You learn a playbook, you get on the field. So that's how you do it.
Okay. Now I wanna take it back to you in high school because when I found this out, I had questions, right? Yo, in high school, you set the school record in receiving yards and touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
You won the state title. You was first team all conference. You was first team all area. You was on the honor roll, and you after that you ended up choosing a JUCO. Why was that?
Juco, I really chose Juco because I really didn't like after coming out of high school. I didn't have an ACT score, the good enough ACT score to go to D1. I had D1 scholarship offers, so like once that didn't go through, I had just chose JUCO and had to grind it out. So I did JUCO for 2 years. I graduated with my associate's degree. Then that's when I had transferred to Western Illinois, and then I came to Jackson.
Before we keep, shout out to my boy Big Mike. So it's 150 something people in here right now, just 8 minutes in, and only 30 likes. That ain't gonna cut it. Y'all already know. Like the stream, press the like button. It don't cost you nothing to press that like button. We can do better than that, man. Definitely hit that like button. But okay, back to you. And what JUCO did you end up choosing, Dallas?
So coming out of high school, I went to Arizona Western Community College, Yuma, Arizona. I was 28 hours away from home, so I went all the way to Arizona from Dayton, Ohio. So my freshman year, I played. My freshman season started. I started my freshman year. Then after the season, they end up closing the football program down. So I had end up having. So the coach told us at the end of the season, like we're gonna have to find somewhere else to play, like new home. So he told us after the last game of the season. So I end up leaving there, and then I transferred to Northeastern Oklahoma A&M, another JUCO, and it's in Oklahoma, Miami, Oklahoma. And then I finished my last season of JUCO there, and then that's when I graduated from there and transferred to Western Illinois, coming out of JUCO.
Man, and just during that time period when they told you that, first of all, playing in Arizona with that heat, like, was how challenging was that, man? I knew that couldn't have been easy.
It was at least like 120 every day for real. Like when I first got out there, like when I got off the plane, I thought it was the plane is how hot it was going through the tunnel, but they was like, "Nah, that's outside. Like it's 120 degrees outside." So when I first got out there, it was like I was going through it. My body had to adapt to it. So after I adapted to it, I was good.
Oh my goodness! And how did you adapt? Like, did you have to like really hydrate yourself? Did
Yeah,
you
you
have to
gotta
go
really
about
hydrate out there because like my first time going out there running routes, got back to the room, I was cramping. So like you got to really hydrate out there and drink water. You got to drink a lot of water. It's a lot, and then you get a lot of water breaks out there because it's so hot. So you only can practice for a certain amount of time.
And when they shut that football program down, what was going through your head? Was it ever a time where you thought like, man, this might not be for me?
Yeah, I was like, I ain't know what to do at first. Like I was like in shock. I'm like, dang, this is my freshman season. I just ended my freshman season. Now the program shut down. So I had went back home. I was back home for at least 6 months. I didn't get to NEO until like the spring semester. So it was like I was just sitting at home for 6 months. So I was just working out, just hoping another school give me a chance to come play. And then that's when I got the call from NEO. And then they had said I can come on a 4-hour scholarship, and they brought me up. And I chose it.
That's dope. Now, after JUCO was done, of course, you said you went to Western Illinois. The leather that's the mascot, right? The Leathernecks.
Leathernecks, yes, sir.
That's I ain't gonna talk about your school. You graduated, you an alumni. I ain't gonna talk about the mascot, you know. But like explain your time at Western Illinois, man. How was it? You know, I look back at y'all record, and I know like, you know, you winning wasn't always the thing for you guys, but like just explain your time there and you know the friends that you've made and the experiences that you've had and everything. I want to know about your time in Western Illinois.
Yeah, my time in Western Illinois, I had a good time out there. So that's located in Macomb, Illinois. It's like really it's in the country for real. It's like a college town in the country. So like, but you got a lot of people that go there so Chicago only 3 hours away. So you got a lot of people from Chicago that go there. People from St. Louis around that area. But my time there, I had a good time. I had a lot of my teammates, a lot of friends that I got close with. Them boys, I still talk to them boys to this day. Like every day on game day, I text them boys good luck and everything. Like we still locked in. So like them boys, they go forever be them boys for sure. My time there, like we didn't really like win a lot of games. It was a lot, but we played in the hardest conference in the FCS, the Missouri Valley. So North Dakota State, we played North Dakota State, South Dakota State, those type schools. So it's the hardest, a tough conference. So like my time there, I was productive. Like my first season I was there. So I got there when COVID happened. Mm-hmm. So I got there, they canceled the season for the fall. So we had played the spring season. So we played the spring season. We only won 2 games. We didn't really do good in the spring season. Then we came back in the fall, only won 2 games again. So it was like we had 2 back-to-back losing seasons. Then like at the end of the season, the whole coaching staff got fired. So then they brought in a new staff, but I really wasn't feeling the new staff. So I had decided to enter the portal, and that's when I entered the portal during the spring after the fall season. So I took the spring off and just weighed out my options, worked out, and then I ended up here at Jackson State.
And you know, even though like you said, you guys only won 2 games each season. I still think there's benefits that from coming from that school for you. Number one, because of the competition, the level of competition you faced, right? And number two, is because when I checked your film, when I first heard of you, I said, man, this man's route running skills is crazy. Like his body control, it's crazy. So they did develop you in a way.
Yeah, they developed me. I had a great coach out there. Shout out to my old coach, Darrell Roberts. He coaching at Eastern Michigan now on the receivers. But me and him, we had a real close relationship. He really drove all the way to Ohio to come to my house to visit me. And that's why I really made the decision to really go out there to Western Illinois, because we had really locked in and had a close relationship. So, yeah, Coach Roberts, that's my dog. So, yeah, he developed me really well. He taught me things. He played at Virginia Tech, so he was in the league, and he just taught me everything he knew.
Dope. Now, I gotta ask you before we move on. You played North Dakota State before. What's that like? We hear so much about that team. What's that like, man? Are they as advertised?
They are as advertised. Them boys good. It's just like they got some size, they got some depth, but like them boys good. I give them their props. They good for sure. For sure, they good.
Now, as a college athlete, when you're playing for a school who isn't really getting the success during the season that you would hope, is it challenging to keep yourself motivated, or like how do you stay motivated during a season like that?
Really, just I try to stay motivated because I'm doing this for me and my people. So like my family back home, that was my motivation. So I couldn't let us lose and have a losing season get me down, and I play bad. So I got people still looking at me at home. So I just use my family as motivation, and that was my drive. Just like.
And when you entered the transfer portal, how big of a factor was winning when you were weighing out your college decisions? You, you hear me?
You hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
I can hear you now.
All right.
I don't think you heard me. When you entered the transfer portal, how big of a factor was winning when it came to weighing out your college options?
Now that was a big factor because like coming, I wasn't really winning back at my old school, so like that was a big factor. I looked at all the schools' schedules and like they past season, how does their record and stuff, because that was a big thing for me choosing the school and the transfer portal because I wanted to play somewhere in my last year where I was gonna win some games and get the right exposure to help me get to the next level.
And now I want to ask you a question that I have been going back and forth with certain fans. When it comes to Jackson State and the receiver room that y'all have, right? When you chose Jackson State, that's when they were really starting to build up that wide receiver room to something crazy. Like everybody believes that y'all have the best wide receiver room in the FCS. A wide receiver room
Sure.
that some group of five schools would even kill for, right? But
Yeah.
you as an athlete, knowing that, okay, they got this cat here and they got this guy here from this school, do college athletes look at that and get scared of it? Like, okay, they got so much guys, I don't know if I'm going to get a lot of playing time. Or do y'all really not care about that because you're confident in you and that you're going to be on the field regardless of who else is in that room?
I say some guys get scared of that. They get scared of the competition of some of the room being so deep. But like when I went into it, I was like, I believed in myself and I knew my talent and my ability. Like I was gonna work and put my head down, and I was gonna be able to play on this level and play for Coach Prime. So when I came in, my mindset was just like, I've been here before. I've been here, done it. So like, can't nobody stop me. So I just believed in myself, and I just worked my butt off since I've been here, and that's what gave me the opportunity.
And I do have to applaud you for sure because I know Coach Prime doesn't guarantee anybody anything, especially when it comes to a starting spot. So for you to make that decision to come to a crowded room and to not only prevail but to be balling like how you is, man, it's a great thing that we love to see. So I got to give you props for that.
Bro, definitely appreciate it.
Now you would agree that the best athlete on the field per se is wide receivers, right? I think y'all all feel that way.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, I feel like when it comes to wide receivers, you guys are naturally cocky. And I don't mind that. I like that about athletes.
Yeah.
Everybody wants every college athlete to be humble. To me, life does not reward you for being humble. If you like that, you deserve to have a little cockiness to you. So for you, how important is the cocky factor to your game when you're out there playing and running routes?
I don't really be like too much cocky. I just be more relaxed and play the game and let everything come to me. So I wouldn't say I'd be cocky out there, but when I'm making plays and I get in mode, and then that's when I start getting like I start talking trash to the other team and stuff. But I let my game do most of the talking instead of talking and not producing.
So you're not a guy who gonna chirp back. That ain't you.
Yeah, I'm a chirp back when I'm going. Like I ain't gonna back down from nobody. But like I don't really do too much talking on the field. I just play the game.
Now, let me see. I know we spoke on Blur Nation earlier, but Timon is one of the OG subscribers, so we will definitely do this for her. Can you please explain for us watching where Blur Nation came from?
Blur Nation, really, we got a lot of Florida boys in the receiver room. So Blur come from Florida. So every time somebody catch deep ball, they hear Blur in Florida. So them boys one day in practice, we was catching deep balls on the DBs, and we just started yelling blur, and we was like, we just gonna make it a thing and have everybody in Jackson State say it for us when we score every time we go up top.
All right, hey, everybody else, save your comment. Save your questions for the end. When I'm done, I'll open it up and we'll ask Dallas your questions. All right, but keeping this thing going, I want to talk about week one. I want to talk about the season. You came out the gate, right? First of all, the whole team came out the gate swinging.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me say that.
Whole team.
But you had 5 catches, 59 yards, and a touchdown. Number one, how did you feel about that performance when it was all said and done?
I feel like I had a pretty good performance coming out of my first game, letting it be our first game. On a new team, I just really got a feel for the offense and the new team. So I feel like I had a very positive first game. I made a couple of mistakes, but I cleaned it up. So I feel like I had a very positive first game.
Most definitely is week one. Hey, I think you got an opportunity here, Dallas. Somebody would like to know your Cash App. I think they would like to bless you a little something.
It's $WAGG 42.
$WAGG 42. There you go. All right. But yeah, so you 5 receptions, 59 yards. You felt like in a touchdown, you felt like you had a great game. But that offense in general, like y'all were clicking, right? It felt like y'all it looked like y'all have been playing together your whole lives. Like how were y'all able to just come out the gate swinging like that? How was y'all able to, be a well-oiled machine? Because I expected rust, honestly, but y'all didn't show any. So like, what happened with that?
The preparation. It started off with the preparation in a week through practice. Like we was preparing for FAMU for 2 weeks before they had played before us. So we've been preparing for them all summer, all through summer workouts. So the preparation coming through camp and then coming into the first game, we just knew everything they was gonna do and we just put it all together. Like we were meeting after we was done with meeting. So like we was coming in as a wide receiver, quarterback room meeting, going out running plays, just getting the chemistry built with the quarterback and stuff. And we just came out and it came all together. We played a complete game.
And I want to go to fast forward to week 2, right? Tennessee State in Memphis. Y'all were moving the ball, right? Like that we see y'all had no problems moving the ball, but it felt like you guys were kind of like from week 1 to week 2, it was a little uncharacteristic of how we know you guys could play.
Yeah.
What do you think happened there? Like what went on with that?
I say we ain't really prepared how we did week 2 and week 1, so we didn't really prepare how we were supposed to. We came out the game really like lackadaisical, like they was just gonna hand us the game, but they came to play. So we just didn't prepare right, but we still got the W. But we just came together at the halftime and stuff. We made a lot of mistakes, a lot of penalties and stuff. Some stuff we shouldn't even be making mistakes on. We in the receiver room, we missed some plays, we left some plays out there. So we just had to prepare right for that. We didn't prepare right for that game. So the next week we just took it on and prepared the same way, different way, and we got the win the week 2.
And I always wanted to know, right, when Willie Gaines made that touchdown to, put the game out of reach, I always want to know, before that play was made, when y'all are like kind of struggling to score, even though it hasn't happened much this season, but when y'all are kind of struggling to score, for the receivers, do y'all ever like be in a group and do y'all just be like, man, throw it up to me, I want it, let me put
Nah, we really like
I go.
Everybody wants the ball, but like we just let the ball come to us. I think in the receiver room, we don't have no selfish guys in the receiver room. Like we all is one. We all brothers. So nobody's selfish. Like give me the ball, give me this. But like we just know, like we so deep, so we know anybody can make a play at any time. They just gotta be ready for the moment. So like before we even went out there, I told Willie though, we was in the huddle. I was like, we coming to you. You gotta this game, call game. As soon as we was running the play, they said, "Hey, I ran my hitch route, and I knew Willie had the slot fade to the next to me. I was like, he got man-on-man coverage. I knew he was gonna win. Shedeur threw it up, and he caught it, and he called game. Like I said, it was crazy."
And after that game, I always want to know how Coach Prime is. Like, is he You know, like, does he talk about it for a little bit, and then he's like, okay, that's done. We on to next week. Like, we ain't got time to focus on this.
Yeah,
Or
like so
does he
after the
really make
games,
sure that? Oh,
yeah,
sorry. Go ahead.
after the games, he tells us like what we did wrong and stuff, and like we gotta make corrections like going into the next week. And he just like this in the past, like we can't get it back, so we just gotta work, improve the play, and have a complete game the next week. So he put it in the past really, and just tell us like we got to get better and correct all the things we ain't do good in the game before.
And before we, all right, y'all, 313 people in here. Them likes better match that. I promise y'all, them likes better match that. All right. Now, another thing, I just need to know for me, how much times have Coach Prime went off about the phones this season so far?
He only went off on the first. That was the first game. The first game of the season. That's the only time. After that, ain't nobody else been on their phones in the locker room.
All right, now let's talk about the great game you had last week versus Grambling. I mean, 3 touchdowns, man. How you must have woke up on the right side of the pillow, on the cool side of the pillow. You feel me? Like,
yeah,
I felt like you had a day. Like, what went into that performance, man?
Man, really, I just like the week before week 2, I ain't really like my performance, so I just went into Grambling week with a like different mindset. Like I got to be better than last week. I didn't like be productive as I was supposed to be. So like in going into Grambling week, I just prepared better, more film study and stuff like that, and just know my opponent when I got out on the field. I knew what they were gonna do on defense when we got down in the red zone and stuff. So and then me and Shedeur had a connection throughout the game, so we just got in rhythm, and then that's what happened. We just played the game, and
Like,
it came to me.
You didn't have it in your head. Like, I'm gonna get my 3 of them things today. Like, it just happened.
Nah, yeah, I spoke it like our trainer Lauren. She's like, I need 3 from you today, Dallas. It was like, okay, I got you, and then it just happened. Like when I got out there and I got in the groove, I was like, yeah, I'm finna have a day today.
And what was it like running out of the new PRE tunnel?
New PR,
in front of the first home game in front of the fans. Like 50,000. Like, man, how was that like? Like, what was the feeling like?
The feeling was good. It was like that. Seeing like that stuff, it just like turned me up even more. So when I got out there, I was like, yeah, it's here. Like it's real life. So it's time to go. Like it just turned me up even more, ready to play the game.
Okay, now Antonio Brown, you did a certain, you did the dance, you did his little dance, and he tweeted you, man. So how'd that feel?
Now that's crazy. Like I used to watch Antonio Brown growing up, like watching him play for the Steelers and stuff, and then for him to retweet and like mention me like in his story and on his Instagram page was crazy though. It was crazy for sure.
And I always wanted to know for you guys, right? Like we speculate that it's such a great thing. Like y'all get to experience such a great thing by meeting all these NFL legends and all of these guys like Coach Prime is bringing to practice. But y'all got rappers stopping by, Key Glock stopped by. Like
Key Glock, yeah.
How great is that as a player for y'all to get to experience that while still being able to play at a high level for an HBCU school? Like, man, how lit is that?
Nah, it's super lit. Like it's a once in a lifetime experience. Like everybody don't get to see like rappers on a daily like we do. Like every game, like from the past 3 weeks, have been a rapper or somebody famous at our game. So like we just seeing it on a regular now. So like it's crazy though. It's a great experience though for sure.
So like, would you say like y'all becoming a little numb to it? Like, oh, okay, that's
you really you be in shock, but now like you're being numb to it too though, because you're getting used to seeing it now.
Okay, all right. Now, I did want to know one thing as well. It was 1 touchdown you scored. I think you like spun in and you kind of like mushed dude off of you, and you was doing your little celebration, but the ref came and grabbed you, and he was like, "Hey man, get back." You know how refs be.
Yeah.
Does it annoy you that the refs ruin y'all fun? Like y'all worked so hard during the week to score and just ruin it. Like, does it annoy you?
Yeah, it's annoying for sure because you want to turn up with your teammates and stuff, do your dances. And they just want to come in and be all the mess everything up. So yeah, it'd be annoying me sometimes though. But they got to do their job, so I let them be.
Well, all right. So like, because some referees let y'all go a little longer than the others. So like, do you get a certain amount of seconds? Like, is it a set rule on that, or can you just not celebrate in the end zone?
I really don't know. Like when we score though, we try to hurry up and do our celebration quick before the ref can even like run down there or tell us to stop. So I don't really know the amount of seconds though, but we try to get it done quick so they don't interfere.
And does Coach Prime feel a certain way when y'all do these celebrations?
Oh no, he don't feel no certain type of way. He want us to have fun. He want us to be us, and that's what he tell us all the time. Be you. Don't try to be nobody you ain't. So we just be us and have fun.
Love it, man. Now, I want to speak on you and Shedeur. Last year, before you got there, it was obvious that Shedeur's favorite target was Keith Corbin, and then you come in, and it seems like you become his favorite target, like very, very early on. And I don't know if you agree with that or not, but that's just what it seems from everybody who's watching y'all. So
yeah.
now that it seems that you are Shedeur's favorite target, like you're his go-to when things go wrong and such like that, what goes in to that type of trust between a quarterback who you're just playing with for the first year?
Sure. When I got here, like me and Shedeur, we try to build a strong relationship. So when I got here, like we started getting close and stuff. So we used to go out on the field, run routes, throw routes, and like just try to build chemistry from as soon as I got here in the summer. Because it was I had to learn everything quick. So he played a big part of me learning the offense and learning him for real, just what he wants at times on the field. And then I come out the field, let him know what I see and stuff like that. So we had built a strong chemistry and a relationship throughout since I've been here. So that's really was the connection is coming from. So like he know I'm gonna be in a spot where where I need to be and where he want me to be. So that's how I've been.
And I know we've seen plenty of times where Coach Prime is, he has this certain leaders on the team, and I know Shedeur is one of them. But speak on Shedeur's leadership skills, and just how y'all respond to things where like he's trying to get everything set up and he's trying to get y'all going. Like, how do y'all respond to him in the way he leads the team?
He leads the team very well. He's a winner. Shedor's a winner, so he got that dog mentality, and he just try to instill it into everybody else on the team too to become a winner too and become a dog. So like we all take cohesive and like just listen to him when he talking and stuff. Cause he the quarterback, so he the captain of the team for sure. So we just listen to him, take it in, and he like to win, we like to win. So we just bring everything together, and then his leadership is just great. So that's how we keep winning. We just listen to him, listen to the other leaders on the team, and just come together and be together as a team.
And I ask that because a lot of times, like when you were upperclassmen, you be looking at underclassmen like, man, you don't get out of here, dog. Like I ain't listening to you, but it's different, right? Like there's a
Yeah, it's
reason why y'all
different.
call this
Yeah,
man wrong.
yeah. He don't act his age for sure. He's more mature than his age for sure.
Now, how did y'all feel when he gives y'all the gifts? Like when he gives y'all the beats and everything like that.
Beats.
Like how
Nah, that
y'all
was
react
that
to that?
was crazy. So he called a team meeting before we left to go to Memphis on the buses and stuff. We was in the team meeting room. And then he got up and was talking about the game and stuff the week before. And then he was like, then he turned around. He was like, I gift y'all some beats. He's like, not the little ones, the big ones. So everybody got the studio beats from Beats by Dre from him. He just get the team. The whole team was excited. So like we all looked apart. We all looked together as a team. So yeah.
All right, but you got a pair of little ones from. Just I gotta ask you a question off record because I bought some too. You be hearing the ringing in the little
Look,
ones?
and the little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got hear it in a little bit in the little ones. Yeah.
Oh, cause all right, I thought that was just me. I'm like, thought I had a defective pair or something. I just be wanting to know.
Yeah.
Now, has Jackson State met your expectations so far?
Yeah, they met my expectations so far. I expected everything before coming here. I expected, and it was what it was. So yeah, it met my expectations for sure.
And obviously, I know a lot of people was asking about your eligibility in the comments, but this is your last year of college football.
Yeah, this is my last year, so this really this is my COVID year. So this is my COVID makeup year. So yeah, this is my last season playing college football. Then I'll probably get ready for the draft and pro day and stuff after the season.
What are you looking to accomplish in your final college football season?
Really, just win out the rest of the season, and just put up the right amount of numbers that I had set down as my goals, and just fulfill my goals and just work.
And all right, y'all, I got one more question. So if you have questions for Dallas, please type it now so I can get to it in the comments. All right, I'm on my last question. What grade would you give yourself throughout the 3 weeks just so far? If you had to grade yourself, like where do you think you are?
I give myself about I'd say a low B right now. I give myself like a B minus right now. Because I can, like, in aspects of my game, I can improve. So I'm improving each week. So I'm just trying to take what I did wrong in the previous games and then just try to correct them in the games coming up so I don't make the same mistakes.
And I think while they waiting to type, somebody wanted to know if you had like merch or anything that they could buy, like if you got any kind of thing like that.
Yeah, I'm currently got an deal with Stroud Sports, so they do all my merch and stuff. So I got the link on my I just posted it on my Instagram story. So the link is in my Instagram story. And I just posted it, and the link is in my bio on my Instagram too. You can click the link and go in there and buy my merch.
There y'all go. Hey, his Instagram, all his Instagram and his Twitter is in the ticker below. All right, for those of you who are asking, it's in the ticker below, so definitely go check that out. We got our first question though from Wilkins Professional Cleaning Company LLC. Are you naturally on early bird or are you a night owl?
I say early bird. I get up kind of early every day. Try to get to the facility, be the first one. So every day I'm probably the first receiver in the facility every day. So I say I'm an early bird.
I mean, I gotta be. I know Prime ain't playing that late stuff. You gotta be early. Yeah. Mike Barnes wants to know who is the toughest cornerback you faced to practice.
Toughest cornerback I faced at practice. I'll say all our DBs are good. So I'll say all them boys, they give me good competition in practice. So I ain't gonna single out none of them. I say all them boys get good the same amount of work.
My boy Raw Truth Media, shout out to DJ. He wants to know who is the fastest wide receiver on the team.
The receiver room hot, so them boys everybody always argue about racing every day. So we don't know who really the fastest yet. So we got to see though. It's a couple of names out there I could throw out there that's fast. My boy Rico Powers. You got Kevin Coleman, and you got Willie Gaines fast too. We got a lot of fast receivers. So, but them boys still holler about racing. So we don't really know who the fastest yet.
And I gotta ask you this before we even, because I asked everybody this on Jackson State. Who got the best drip on the team? I've heard a couple of names come up, but who got the best drip?
I don't know though. I ain't checked all the boys out yet, but I know a couple people got some drip though. I always say somebody singly handed got the best drip though. All them boys be dripped out though.
Now, co-pilot wants to know what's the atmosphere like on campus and at the first home game.
The atmosphere on campus and the first home is wild. Like we did the Tiger Walk before we went into the stadium. We just got this crazy people out there, just tailgating, just a lot of fans out there. So I say the atmosphere very lit, very lit. So like, yeah, it's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, the atmosphere is crazy for sure.
Let me see. Somebody wants to know. Ask him how does he feel about Coach Prime calling him a pro.
Really, everything Coach Prime tell me, I just take it in and just soak it in. I just be a sponge. Like everything he coached me up, every time he coached me up on something and tell me something, I just soak it in and try to just take what he tell me and just put it into action. So really, it's crazy. He called me a pro, but I still got things to work at myself before I can be a pro. So like him calling me a pro right now, it just helped me and just boosting my confidence and just telling me just keep my head down and keep working so I can get there.
And Ms. Ivy too, and I know she always asks this one. Does your family attend the games?
Yeah, my family attended games. They've been to the they just came to the Memphis game. They came deep to the Memphis game. They'll be here again this weekend for the home game.
And Dewan Daniels wants to know, can I have an autograph? I don't even know
Hey,
who
that's
that
my
is.
dad. That's my dad right there.
Okay, shout out to Pops, man. Shout out to Pops.
He know he could get an autograph.
Let me see. Cedric Walker says, Dallas, are you going for 20 touchdowns this year? How many touchdown catches can you have?
I'm going for 20 for sure. So my senior year of high school, I had 20 touchdowns. I'm trying to have more than that my senior year of college.
Dang. Well, you was on it, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, you was killing it. All right, we gonna get a couple more. We gonna get him up out of here. I know this man got a lot going on during the week. All right. G-Dub wants to know, how many releases does he have off the line?
I got a bag full of releases in my toolbox coming off the line. I ain't showed them all yet. I got to keep some of them in the bag for the right time. So I got a lot for sure.
Sunday out of 365. How many pairs of cleats, gloves, etc. do y'all receive?
So every game we probably get a pair of gloves and a pair of cleats. We get different cleats, but I usually wear the same cleats every game. It's just for like, I think it's a good look for real. Just keep it a ritual. So I don't really like wearing new cleats because you got to break them in and they hurt your feet.
And Darren Jennings wants to know, how has Coach Mo's conditioning been?
Coach Mo's conditioning has played a big part in our team. For real, he got everybody in shape. Like, so when Coach Mo came in, he came in hard. He told us what to expect and everything. He been working us. So we love Coach Mo. He getting our bodies right and just keeping us prepared for each week.
All right, we gonna give him two more questions. Make it a good one. AJ wants to know, any pregame rituals that you have?
Pre-game rituals, all the receivers in the hotel. We get in the hotel, we turn on the beat, and we start rapping. We freestyle. So that's a pre-game ritual for us every game. We get Blur Nation get together. We get a little rap session in.
Yeah, here y'all go with the rap session, man. I'll be seeing it, and then I see y'all going to the defense, and the defense be,
yeah.
You know. All right, let me get one more out of here. Let me get one more. I want to know the man experience. Like, them boys, we already asked what's his favorite route. I know I saw a good one. Is there a team that you are concerned about playing?
No, I really want to say I'm concerned about playing any team. Each week, I just go in to the game, knowing my opponent, and just do film study. So I don't really be concerned because I already would know what to expect. I've been playing college football. This is my fifth year of playing college football. So, like, I don't really be too much concerned about playing the team. I just go in, just know the game plan, and just play.
Hey, there y'all have it, man. This is Dallas Daniels, all right? One of the biggest emerging stars of that Jackson State offense in that deep receiving room. Dallas, if you got any final words, any final shout-outs, if you want people to go support you on anything or go follow you on anything or just anything, now's your time to say it.
I just want to say thank you to everybody that's watching, and I love the support everybody giving me right now, and I'm just going to keep my head down, keep working, and y'all all can just go follow me on my social medias, and then go grab some merch, and the link will be in my bio.
Okay. And what was your Cash App again? I'm gonna put it in because I know I'm gonna talk to him for a little bit after you. I'm gonna have it up here for him.
Money sign WAGG 42.
WAGG 42. All right, so swag 42 basically.
Yes, sir.
All right, bet. So we're gonna add that. Boom, that's his Cash App. All right, if you wanna give a little something, that's where you do it at. Hey, but Dallas, man, thank you, bro. This was great. This was everything, man. 307 people here. They definitely showed out. Everybody wanted to see you. Hey, so I appreciate you. I know we gonna get up. I'm gonna get up with you after this. But man, like this was everything. This was dope, bro. Thank you again.
So you already know. Anytime I'm welcome. I'll come. I'm gonna hop on the show for sure.
All right, hey, bet, man. We looking forward to Saturday, dog. Can't wait
for sure. Appreciate it.
Man, you have a good night.
You too.
There y'all have it. Dallas Daniels, wide receiver, Jackson State, number 4. The boy has been balling. The boy has been balling, absolutely balling. What was I gonna tell y'all? That top 10 is coming out. All right, and when I ask y'all on Instagram if y'all got any suggestions for top 10 plays, yes, we all know Shane Hook's catch is gonna be on there. Y'all don't gotta keep saying it. All right, like I would expect y'all to throw some salt my way if I don't include that in the top 10. That was just a ridiculous catch. I want to talk about Valley though. Like, should this not be a massacre this Saturday? Like, honestly, and that's no disrespect to Valley, but I mean, did they not lose to Delta State? I don't know. Things could get a little ugly Saturday. Things could definitely get a little ugly Saturday. There's been a lot of talk going on about Coach Prime's comments on Grambling. And what I wanted to do was get a little roundtable going, so I get Yard Talk since, Yard Talk, that's the homie, she represents Grambling. She's a Grambling alum. And I would have got Ken on here, we would have, because, I think they both respectfully disagree on what Coach Prime said about Grambling. So, I do want to get them on here to have a little roundtable and maybe some more people who feel differently on Coach Prime's comments. And because I thought that'd be a nice little thing for y'all for sure. Crystal, I missed the whole interview. You gotta click that bell, man. You gotta have the notifications on. But now you can, of course you can always go and watch it back. Ain't nothing. I appreciate that you even still came in. But yeah, just back to that Valley thing, man. That's gonna be a massacre. I'm sorry to say it. Like, I know Coach Prime will run the score up too, because that's just what he is. That's just what he do. Yes, Vaughn, I meant to tell you that earlier. Frankie Burgess is still on the team. Frankie Burgess is just hurt. He should be the next one to come back after Shallow, to be honest with you. True Thompson is back. Katron Evans is back. Antonio Doyle is going to be back before the season is over with. So is Frankie Burgess. That's the scary thing. Travis, you see what I'm saying? He's going to be back soon. That's the scary thing about this defense. They are already ranked number 1 in total defense in the FCS. Number 1 in sacks. Number 2 in tackles for loss. And they don't have everybody healthy. That's legitimately scary. That is scary. All right, and that just speaks to the depth that they got on that defense. So yeah, they are gonna be back. You don't have to worry. Frankie is still on the team. Also, a point that I didn't make last week when watching the game, seeing Mark Pope on punt return, I would like it if they find a way to use his speed just a little bit more, because Mark Pope is electric. Now I understand you can't start him over everybody who hasn't missed practice, right? I never say that, but find a way to incorporate his speed, create a little package for him, a little gimmick play, whatever you got to do. But that boy's speed is something else. Mark Pope's speed is something else. I don't know how you want to do it. Jet sweep, counter, don't care. Got to get the ball in his hands. He's just too electric. And Southern, listen, I had so much respect for Southern. They better not say nothing to me. Right now. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love Andrew Body's game, but ain't no way in hell y'all got beat like that by Texas Southern. That's wild. That's absolutely wild. Greg Great, okay. Yes. So Greg Great is fine too. These guys are going to be back before the season is over with. Do I know exactly when? No. I just know that Doyle will be back before the season is over with. Frankie Burgess is getting stronger and stronger, so expect him to be back very soon. And of course, Travis isn't going to be. Here's the thing with Travis, right? Coach Prime would rather he be at 100% before he brings him back, and I completely understand that. I completely understand it. Coach Prime wants him at 100%, not 80, not 85, not 95, 100. And being that they could move just fine without him, I understand it. So that's definitely why you didn't see him in the Grambling game. Because make no mistake about it, I don't know if y'all know if they absolutely need Travis to go play right now, like said they needed him for this Valley game, he could do it. He could do it. Travis can really suit up this Saturday if they needed him to, but they don't. So hold him out, wait until he's 100%, then he's back on the field. That's the word right now. Yeah, Travis is like 90 right now. Until he gets to 100%, they don't really need him to go out and re-aggravate that thing. They want him at 100. But if he needed to suit up right now, he can do it. Boom. There you have it. And they limited his snaps in week 1 versus FAMU. They limited his snaps, and he was able to do great things, and not even fully healthy. So imagine when this boy is at 100%. He ain't allowed to catch when he was hurt with a nagging foot injury, and when he 100%, it's over with. It's over with. But I mean, right now, you got Nugget on one side, K5 on the other. Isaiah is doing a really good job in the slot. Ain't nobody talking about that. I love what Isaiah is doing. He needs credit. And of course, man, on that front seven, who would have thought Niles Gaddy would be the guy to be replacing James Houston's production right now? Who would have thought? I'm so proud of that dude. He's a completely different player from last season. I think NDSU and JSU is a toss-up. We'll never know because they're not going to play each other. We will never know. I really like Quay Davis to be in the wide receiver slot, to be just playing nasty to teams. Yeah, so they are using Quay in this little Deebo Samuel type role, and I never really was a big fan of it, but I guess it's working for them because they are so deep at wide receiver. So we'll see how that works. Shout out to my guy, Raw Truth Media. Y'all definitely go subscribe to him. He says, after the Valley game, JSU will have a bye week in such an important time. They'll have a lot of players back in the Bethune game. That's actually true. That it couldn't be a better time for that, to be honest with you. It really couldn't be a better time for that bye week. So I love that. Plus, let's be real. This Valley game, They should put up 70 if I'm being honest. They should really, if they don't come out on some playing down to your opponent's level type stuff like they do in the first half, they should easily put up 70 in this game. If I was Hunter's backup, I would be trying to get that job after that. It's really rotation based anyway. It can change, in a week. I'm gonna be honest with you. Unless you like on some Trevon Diggs type stuff and you catching a pick every week, that boy job ain't going nowhere. Travis's job is not going anywhere. Simeon Wilkinson is a beast. Yes, he is. And I actually wanted to have him on the show tomorrow night, but he was like, I'm a little busy. He was able to let me know that he was a little busy. He couldn't do it. So I was like, okay, I understand. We're going to get you on another time. But I was going to have him. I hit him up. I wanted to give y'all the back-to-back, for the guys who was balling. You know what I love about this year's run game, man? They can actually rely on it this year. It's like the run game is reliable this year. And that now they're not one-dimensional. Now they're not one-dimensional. You're going to have to honor Simeon. Plus all these receivers. I absolutely love this, man. And plus, keep in mind, Barcelona has not called a bad game yet. I've been impressed with his play calling. I've had no complaints with it. None. Definitely should be able to see QB2. Yes. Yes. And I want to see him get like more than the series too. Because I need to know, God forbid, knock on wood, if something happens to Grom, somebody's gonna need to be able to carry that team until he gets back. So yes. I need to see how QB2 operates. I really want to see that kid from Katy, Texas that they got. I want to see how he balls. He's still there. He's still there. Where Rucker at? Is Malachi a second teamer? You got to remember, Coach Prime goes by this system. If you miss in practice, yeah, you're going to start from the bottom and have to work your way back up. So Malachi is not a first string guy right now. Talent wise, of course, but they got a lot of receivers who have to work his way back up. And yes, Rucker is still on the team. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. All right, because I still got content to make. To be honest with y'all, this is gonna be a long week. Also, if you are a South Carolina State fan, that's in here. I was gonna go to Columbia to that Gamecocks game to see y'all. I really was. I swear I was. I need a sideline pass to do that. If y'all know anybody in that South Carolina media office, tell them to give me a sideline pass. I don't want to sit with those Gamecock fans in that stadium. I'm not taking that job for it. I'm not doing it. They aggravate me. I will not do it. I promise you. So that's a good question. Asias is still taking his visits. I do talk to him. Like he just took his visit to I think he just took his visit to Norfolk this past weekend. So I don't know how that works for him. I mean, regardless, he was going to have to sit out this year anyway. So look for him to continue taking his visits. He's going to continue talking to schools, and we'll see what happens with that. I want Jackson State to offer him as well. Otherwise, I feel like South Carolina State has a really good chance of landing him. Ms. Ivy too, thank you for the support. I'm gonna make a video on Chris McCray. You are absolutely right. That's gonna be game of the year in the MEAC. That game is going to decide who sees Jackson State in that Celebration Bowl. That's it. That's it. That's gonna decide it. And I do have to apologize to North Carolina Central fans. I have been sleeping on them. I swear I have. Well, boy, they're not playing this year. I'm not saying I'm scared. I'm a still rep the Bulldog. You know me, but nah, I'm a little worried. The boys looking real good. They looking real good. So that game, man, that's gonna decide who represents the MEAC for sure. But I'm gonna rock with my Bulldogs today. Those boys are no joke. I can't sleep on them no more. North Carolina Central is no joke. And they still pretty upset that they lost to South Carolina State in the way that they did last season. So, yeah, that's going to be game of the year right there in the MEAC. What's the closest airport to Orangeburg? I don't live in Orangeburg, so I don't know. Like I usually go to Savannah, which is right across the bridge. How do you think Kevin Coleman did in the game? Tell me some good news. I think when Kevin Coleman gets in the game, he makes some pretty good plays. But he's a freshman. He has a lot of guys who have experience that are over him. Dallas Daniels is a senior. He's experienced. Guys like that. So when Kevin gets in, he makes quality plays. But he's just not starting right now. It happens. He gets quality playing time. He's in the rotation. He's deep in the rotation. So that's a good thing. You don't have to be starting right off the bat. To be honest, I think he's learning anyway. Let's see. Shaq Davis will be a second to third round pick. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. You know, I hit them up after the UCF game. They need the money games, man. For performance reasons. You know, he felt like he could have had 3 touchdowns that game. You know, he ended up in 1. Shaq is definitely gonna go high. Jablonski too, which you know I'm gonna have both of them on at the same time this Thursday or a live interview. So y'all come back and check that out. Both of them at the same time. I know it's gonna be fire. But hey, you see what South Carolina State does as a program with such little resources. They are able to produce guys like the Kobe Durant who got his first pick as well as his first sack. All right, yesterday. Absolutely. I couldn't be more proud of that man, bro. The whole state of South Carolina, man, we couldn't be more proud of him. You know, I'm happy that I was able to get him on this channel for an interview. And honestly, I already told him, I'm going to buy that jersey. I'm going to order his jersey this week. I'm going to send it to him in Cali. He said he was going to sign it for me. I'm going to put it right here. This going to be my first little wall decoration besides this little fireplace. I'm going to put that up here. I want to get that thing plaqued and all. Like, I can't wait, bro. And, of course, we can't forget BJ Davis. Yeah, absolutely right. All right, now I'm going to get up out of here, man. Hey, thank y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, this Thursday, Shaq Davis, Jablonski Green, they're going to make an appearance on the show. Right before their game with the Gamecocks. So, you know, if you ain't watching that blowout, you know, once Jackson State hit 60 or something, you might as well turn the channel and see what them Bulldogs up to and see how they doing against the Gamecocks, man, because I know I will be. All right, but, hey, with that being said, y'all are watching the Blitz City podcast. I love and appreciate y'all so much. The Blitz City Top 10 plays will be coming this week, so if you have a suggestion that is not Shane Hooks or Maurice Washington's, because they already on there, if you got a suggestion that's not them, let me know, right? Send in the clip, and I'll definitely see if it's top 10 worthy. With that being said, I love y'all, because I say that enough. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.